You can sit down anytime you like.
Priest etiquette. Never sit till you're asked.
Sit down then.
Don't want to come over too eager.
Best to hover at the door.
Learn on your first week of seminary, boy. Sick?
Come on.
Bit of a break from smoking the Bible. Figure out which page makes the best smoke.
You only smoke the Lamentations.
Just right for a cigarette. Nice room. Very clean.
Where is it you're from again, Dan?
Guess.
Ballygo backwards.
Oh, the big city dog.
Bally Roberts.
We play south of Ballymoney. Kilray.
I remember a homily you did in Mass one time.
Oh, you were listening to it?
I'm sure your men hold you in high esteem.
I feel the dig coming on.
Oh, you're very quick. I know, you're well respected, you know that. I like those stories they tell of the countryside.
Childhood hell for poaching, robbing apples and stampeding cattle.
A fine education for a priest.
Priest work at West Belfast it is, eh?
Stampeding comes in handy down the Falls Road, eh?
Or you see, hit me.
They miss it though,
What?
the countryside.
Nice to get home to see me wee brother every month or so. But I miss the clean air, the space and all that.
Feels closer to who you are.
Oh, no question. Not like a fish out of water working in a big city like West Belfast, but it's a job, isn't it? You stop looking at your surroundings quick enough when you realise your business is business of the soul.
Business of the soul.
You know what I mean.
They teach you that in seminary too.
You can have that one for free. Guess what I'm saying is Kilrea can wait till I'm an old man.
Too many scavengers to save in Belfast anyway.
Busy times.
You get your reward in heaven.
And I'll be thankful for it once there's wine involved.
So what does your wee brother do back at home?
He's a parish priest. Sneaky wee bastard, you know the sort, Bobby.
Still goes poaching?
Poaching jobs, and he's 8 years younger than me now.
Go on.
As a cleric, I work in a parish beside Kilray, working me ourselves. We're holding the place, escorting the elderly to mobile confession.
The glamorous stuff.
Oh, why? So anyway, possession comes up in Kilray,
Right.
and I'm passed over for some reason or other, no reason probably, for taking too much cake off the ladies probably. So, 5 years later, the position comes up again in Kilray. My brother Michael waltzes right in.
Fuck.
He's my parish priest at 28.
More spiritual probably. Less slippy than you.
He worked the bishop. He's a golfer, he's a sneaky wee twerp, that's what he is.
At least you're not bitter.
Oh no, couldn't do that.
Parish priest at 28, fantastic.
He's got 2 cars, the house he has is massive. He's got a cook, a maid, and I'm stuck in a 2 up, 2 down with a fat man who keeps going on and on about Gaelic football. Can we stop talking about it?
Jesus, you're the one that's talking.
How's the smoking coming on?
Grand.
Filthy habit, disgusting.
Oh yeah, awful. Lovely though.
Oh aye. Praise the Lord.
28, my God.
Oh, stop. What happened to your eye, Bobby?
What?
Your eye?
A difference of opinion.
How's the other fella?
A lot worse. Believe me.
So what you call me in here for?
Let the idle banter finish with then.
Priest etiquette. Start with the small talk.
I'm learning a lot about the priesthood then.
You make a fine priest.
Why?
Good talker, man of principles, leader of men.
A political terrorist.
Church loves a reformed crook.
Aye. No, he's felt a thief beside Jesus got off lightly.
But he recognises sins.
Did he though?
Aye, said as much.
You say anything when you're being hung from a cross. Jesus Christ offers him a place beside his daddy in a place called paradise. You know you're going to put your hand up if you can get a piece of that.
Even when he's nailed to a cross?
Jesus Christ, that's sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious?
Hey.
No. He's a dirty wee thief, that's what he was. So what do you want me for? Where are you at? Being driven mad by the governor?
This negotiation lark is a sideshow. I tell you that for nothing.
But you understand we need to do it?
Because we're no longer considered good propaganda.
According to who? The leadership?
The time has come. A decision has to be made.
You think that was the leadership thinks?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are you being a bit paranoid, Bobby?
10,000 people marched for the 7 hunger strikers last October, right?
Right.
International pressure on the Brits and all.
Busy times.
Even the Pope is having a say and getting involved. The whole world is crying out for Maggie Thatcher to back down and give in to our demands, but it all came to nothing.
Right.
The hunger strike failed. We were on the front line. It was our responsibility, our protest. The leadership made it very clear to me, Don. 4.5 years in a no-wash protest. As much as it highlighted republicanism to some extent, but it's also distracted from the wider development of the organisation.
That's because your needs are specific needs.
Of course they are. Some women bringing up 3 children in West Belfast shouldn't have to care about civilian type clothes or the fuck they're calling those clown outfits. Honest to God, Don, they promised us our own clothes. It's childish skullduggery.
So the leadership have had enough of you?
In an ideal world, we'd be fighting our own battles independently. But we're tied. Nothing's changed here, nothing's moved on. The leadership are stuck with us, at least until there's some realistic chance of going towards political status. But that's the hard truth of it. Say get me to negotiate with these lying, reneging monkeys, when there's never nothing on the table, when it's always just pure crap. I'm not marching into that governor's office to get caught up in some mindless, pointless dialogue with that pompous bastard.
He's a big fan of yours.
Thick as 2 short planks, Don. A moron. To think they made him a governor, though. It's a bloody insult to humanity.
Mother of Jesus, where'd you get your energy from?
I was a cross-country runner when I was a boy.
Could have guessed. Big engine on you. Cross-country runner. That explains a lot about you, Bobby.
Oh, aye. I love it so bad. Jesus, they have to stop me at the finishing line or keep running. It's the whole country thing for me, you know. I was seen as a mongrel out of the city, frightening the cattle and all. It was a funny time.
Frightening the cow.
Oh, I terrified them. Think you get milk and burgers from them monsters? Jesus Christ. I'll be born in the countryside next time round. Guaranteed. I love all that. Wildlife and birds. It's paradise.
And you'd learn to relax too.
Aye, you never know. I never tried it before. We're starting a hunger strike on the 1st of March. That's why you're here, that's what I'm telling you.
I heard that. Does your family know?
Got word to them, aye.
Have you spoken with them yet?
Got a visit in 2 weeks' time, I'll talk then.
How do you think they take it?
What do you think, Don?
And your wee boy? So what makes this different from the last one?
Last time the strike was flawed. It became emotional. 7 men all started at the same time. They became weak. Couldn't let the weakest one die. Left us susceptible to being conned by the Brits, which is what we were conned. But this time, each man will start consecutively 2 weeks apart. If somebody dies, he'll be replaced. There's no shortage of us. 75 men put their names forward.
For Christ's sake.
Announcement's being made today.
So what make this protest different is that you accepted to die, Bobby?
Aye, may well come to that.
You start a hunger strike to protest for what you believe in. You don't start already accepting to die. Am I missing something here?
It's in their hands. Our message is clear. They're seeing our determination.
So maybe the Brits will buckle after 20 or so. But what do you care, because you're already dead, right? I mean, have you thought what you're going to put these poor boys through? I mean, putting aside what's going to happen to those poor man's families. You're going head to head with a British army who clearly despises republicanism, who are unshakable, who can easily live with the deaths of what they call the terrorists. And the stakes are much higher this time.
I know that.
So if you're not willing to negotiate, are you looking for them to capitulate? Is that it?
Right.
So failure means many men dead, Families torn apart and a whole Republican movement demoralised.
Aye, worst case scenario may well mean all that. But in the short term, out of the ashes.
Come on.
Guaranteed. There'll be a brand new generation of men and women even more determined and more resilient.
Look who you're talking to.
There's a war going on. I thought you might understand. You're talking like a foreigner.
You're talking to me like I'm a foreigner. You think I don't know Northern Ireland? I live here, man.
Then support us.
I supported the last hunger strike on the basis it was a protest. That's some pre-designed today in bulk at negotiations other than the complete surrender Thatcher. That's destructive, Bobby. That's ridiculous.
What's happened here the last 4 years? Brutality? Humiliation? Our basic human rights taken away from us? All this must come to an end.
Through talking?
So what? We accept their offer. We put on the uniform. Act like the last 4 years of our lives meant nothing. We can do that, Don. Or we can act like the army that we proclaim ourselves to be. We can lay down our lives for our comrades.
There's not even a small part of you that is looking for a breakthrough that could see you negotiating again.
That won't happen.
And fuck it, I want to know where your intentions are purely to commit suicide.
You want me to argue about the morality of what I'm about to do, whether it's really suicide or not. To somebody in your corner, it's suicide, but I call it murder. It's just another wee difference between us two, both Catholic men, both Republicans. But while you were poaching salmon in lovely Kilrea, we were being burnt out of our houses in Raccoon. We're similar in many ways, Don, but life and experience are focused up differently. You understand me?
I understand.
I have my belief in all of its simplicity. That's the most powerful thing.
So what's your statement in dying? You're just highlighting British intransigence. So fucking what? The whole world knows what the Brits are like.
Good.
Aye, it is good. It's got nothing to do with you. Brits have been fucking up for centuries.
I can feel your hatred, Don.
Are you looking for martyrdom?
No.
You sure?
Aye.
Because I've heard you eulogising the Wolf Tones, Mike Sweeney, Connolly, all those men. Don't talk thinking you're writing your name in the laurel of those history books.
Oh, and you think that matters to me?
I know it does.
Well, you're wrong.
You say you're soldiers, it's all about freedom. But you've no appreciation for life. Young man, you don't know what life is. 4 years locked up in these conditions, no one expects you to be normal. Not normal about you. Right now, the Republican movement has talked itself into a corner, and you and the IRA are standing behind it, looking into the corner. All that history, all those dead men and women. And you're saying nothing, and your answer is to kill everything. You're blinded, afraid to stop it, afraid of living and afraid of talking in peace. Sure, what would Ulster be if it wasn't torn itself to shit in the situation here in the hands of you men who've lost all sense of reality? Think your head's screwed on, right? Locked up in here 24 hours a day, pissing shit, and you'll make the decision and we'll see so many men die. Build a statue for Bobby Sands. You joke me. Freedom fighters? There's men and women out there working in the community, and that's where you were once. Am I right? All that work you did in Twin Bucks? That's where we need you, Bobby. And you know I'm right.
But I'm deluded. You want me to answer that?
They're breaking your balls, you're playing into their hands.
The strategy is in place.
Then stop it, just say you stop it.
You don't understand the thing.
You're in no shape to make this call.
It's done. It won't be stopped.
Then fucking life must mean nothing to you.
God's gonna punish me.
Well, if he doesn't punish for the suicide, he's going to punish you for your stupidity.
Aye. And you for your arrogance. Because my life is a real life. Not some theological exercise or some religious trick that's got fuck all to do with living. My life is a real life. You see, Jesus Christ, he had a backbone. But the disciples, and every disciple since, you've all been jumping in and out of the rhetoric and dead-end semantics, You need the revolutionaries like me. You need a cultural political soldier to give life a pulse, to give it a direction.
This is stupid talk, you're deluded.
Aye, so you say.
And what's your wee son gonna say?
Fuck off.
Doesn't that matter to you?
You're going to attack me with sentiment. Typical priest.
What's your heart saying, Bobby?
I thought you had me all figured out, Don.
What's it saying? Tell me.
My life means everything to me. Freedom means everything. No, I know you don't mean to mock me, Don, so I'm just going to let it all pass. But this is a time where we've come to a pause. A time to keep our beliefs pure. I believe that United Ireland is right and just. But having respect for my life, a desire for freedom, and an unyielding love for that belief, it means I can see past any doubts that I might have. Putting my life on the line is not just the only thing I can do, Don. It's the right thing.
So that's why you called me here? Needed a sounding board? Not 100% sure yourself? Doubting yourself, maybe?
Aye. And I'm only human.
So it made it clear to you then?
Man of the guidance, Don. Business of the soul and all. Ever been to Gweedore in Donegal?
Aye.
I was there when I was 12. Big cross-country race for the boys. We're all in the minibus in at the Derry one morning. I mean, this is big time. This is like international athletics for us because we're racing against the boys in the site. I have this thing to do Belfast Pride. Some of the boys were Protestants and the rest of us were Catholics. I suppose a couple people in this site thought this is a great idea. Let's get this wee team over from Belfast, all that patronising shit. Anyway, we go through the border and all the boys are singing pop tunes and all. And I'm just sitting at the back of the bus looking out the window, going through all the mountains. You know what Mount Arigall is then? It's a beautiful sight, Don. Donegal is the most beautiful in Ireland, I reckon.
Aye.
Anyway, we arrive at Gweedore and what a sight. About 200 boys there, all putting on their gear and limbering up. Whole event is run by the Christian Brothers. They're getting around and they're clipping young fellas in the back of the ears, trying to obtain some mother. So our team decides to go for a wee jog, and we're going through these fields of barley. And I dip down into this wee valley where there's woods and a stream running through it. And there wasn't a stream or a bounds, so naturally us Belfast boys had to go and check it out, right? I mean, the woods and the stream are like the Amazon tuss. And we ran into these fellas from Cork, and there was a bit of banter about our accents. They could hardly talk and understand the word they were saying. They get the feeling that they're lording it over us, looking down on us. I'm sensing it anyway. So I decided to jog on, and we come up with this bright idea to go down to the stream and check it out for fish. So we go down to the stream, Dom, and there's about half a foot of water there, and silver fish, nothing substantial. And one of the boys calls us further up the stream. We're lying on the water as this wee foal, 4 or 5 days old. He was all skin and bone and a grey colour, because he cut himself up badly on the sharp rocks. We were standing over him and you could see his back leg had snapped. He's breathing, he's alive, but just about. So then this big conversation gets started up between the boys, and they'll consider themselves the leaders. Deliberating is what we should do. One of them says drop a rock on his head. But I'm looking into their eyes and I can see they're either scared shitless or they're clueless. It's all bravado. And this wee fool lying there in real pain. All this chit chat going nowhere. Next thing, this Catholic priest sees us, sees the boys, sees the foal, tells us not to move it and that we are done for. We're really done for. I mean, a group of boys that always get the blame for hurting a foal, but a group of Belfast boys, get hammering for sure. So it's clear to me in an instant. I get down on my knees and I get this wee fuzz head in my hands. And I put him under the water. He's thrashing around, but I just put more pressure on until he's drowned. Priest comes over down and he grabs me by the hair, pulls me through the forest, promising me a proper punishment. But I know I did right by that wee fool. I was willing to take the punishment for all the boys. I had the respect of the other fellows now. I knew that. I'm clear of all repercussions, Don. I'm clear of all reasons. But I will act. And I will not stand by and do nothing. You can leave them there if you like. Don't want me rolling up the letter of St. John, do you?
Couldn't have that in my conscience, no. I don't think I'm going to be seeing you again, Bobby.
There's no need, Don.